Are you knowing what you don't want? Well, that's good because when you know what you don't want, you know more clearly, I want this. Are you focused on what you don't want? Now, that's not so good because what you're giving your attention to is actually your point of attraction. Your point of attraction is the vibrational frequency you're currently emitting in this present moment. So it's good to know what you don't want because that's the only reason you're going to know what you do want. But now that you know what you want and you're still focused on what caused you to ask for it to begin with, which is what you don't want, which is unwanted, which is unpleasant, and you're giving your primary attention to that subject of unwanted, comes your point of attraction. Point of attraction, the vibrational frequency you're currently emitting. And you can't attract anything other than an equivalence of what you are currently emitting. So you know the essence of what you are transmitting by the way you feel. Do I feel good? Am I thinking of my desire? Yes. Now, am I thinking of the lack of my desire? Or am I thinking thoughts that are moving in the direction of fulfilling that desire? And you will know which side of the scale you're on by the way you feel. Do I feel worry, doubt, or fear? Do I feel lack of my desire? Do I feel like I doubt that it's going to come? Am I worrying about the who, what, when, where, why, how? Because the who, what, when, where, why, how, you don't know. And when you try to find the answer of something you don't know and you can't know, then you're confused. And when you're confused, you're transmitting a vibrational frequency that is contradicting the fulfillment of your desire. And you will know that you're contradicting your desire by the emotion of confusion. Whenever you feel good thinking of your desire and focusing on the cooperative components, when you're focusing on what is working, when you're focused on little aspects of your life that are playing out in your favor, that are in that direction of the fulfillment of your desire. Now, your point of attraction is one of optimism, it's one of happiness, it's one of belief, it's one of faith, and that which is like unto itself is drawn. So when you're transmitting a vibrational frequency of faith and belief and happiness and optimism, that which is like unto itself is drawn, which is people, circumstances, situations, and events that are desired, that are going to help you move in the direction of your desire. I feel like a lot of the times we know so clearly what we don't want. We know we don't want this. We know we don't want that. We know this bothers us. We know this is unpleasant. We know that we're tired of experiencing this situation that continues to replay itself in our lives. We know we don't like to think these thoughts or feel these emotions. We know so clearly, majority of the time, what we don't want. But we really don't know a lot of the times what we do want. What we don't want gives birth to what we do want, but we're not focused on what we do want. Therefore, we don't hold a clear vision of it yet. You may know a general idea of what that is, but you have a clear idea of what you don't want. You know clearly what you don't want, but you haven't given enough attention and focus and concentration on what it is we haven't given focus on what it is that we do want so clearly to where it's just vivid in our vibration. And when we don't clearly know what we do want, then there's no destination. We need to have a destination. We need to know clearly what it is that we do want. That needs to be vivid within our imagination so we have a direction to move forward to. Just like if you're currently at home and you're going to work for the first time because you got a new job, but you need the location of that job because it's still not vivid in your vibration. You're still not used to going back and forth from that new job to home, to the new job to home, to the new job to home. So you don't know how to get there by memory yet. So you're at home and you type in the direction of the location where you are headed to. And that, in this analogy, would represent the clear, vivid idea of what your desire is and what is wanted. When you type in the destination to where you're going in Google Maps or Apple Maps, you have the destination. It's very clear. And all you have to do is follow it. You know where you are, which is home. And you know where you're going, which is the destination you typed in on the GPS. Now, you have the directions. All your job is now is to move in that direction. Let's just say you're 5 minutes out and you make a wrong turn. Now, your GPS is rerouting itself. And it's not asking you, where have you been? Why would you make that wrong turn? We might as well just head back home now because you went in the wrong direction. It's not saying none of those things. The GPS's goal is to get you to where you want to be as quick as possible. Now, that same exact mechanism that's working in the GPS is working within your mind, but it can't work for you when you don't know where you want to go. And a lot of the times we know where we're headed and then we make a mistake, and mistakes are normal. We all make mistakes, so it's fine. But why is it that when we make a mistake, we ask ourselves, why did we make that mistake? I could have done this, but I did this. This is what I was supposed to do, but I did this. I was told to do this, but I did this. This I wasn't supposed to do. I made this mistake. And we're so focused on the mistake that it becomes active in our vibration, because what we give attention to is active in our vibration. And us giving attention to the mistake is causing us to have a point of attraction of unwanted. Therefore, we're now broadcasting a vibrational frequency of an unpleasant situation, only to attract that which is like unto itself, which is more people, situations, circumstances, and events that are going to have the same essence and give us the same feeling of the situation that we don't want more of. You don't need to know why you made the mistake. You don't need to know. You don't need to know none of that. You just need to know that you're here now. You're aware you made the mistake. And because you made the mistake, you know more clearly that you would have rather done this. So you're going to do this next time and from this moment on. And you're here now. Now continue to move forward, because if you don't move forward with where you're going and you're so focused on why you made a wrong turn, then you're going to be going back and forth and you're never going to arrive to your destination. Never going to arrive to your destination. So it's very important that we focus on what we do want and we have a clear, vivid picture of the direction where we're moving. Because without that clear, vivid picture, we really have nowhere to go. And then when we have nowhere to go, a lot of the times we complain that we don't have what it is that we want in our lives. And we don't have what it is that we want in our lives because of us, ourselves. But we'll blame our friends and our family and conditions and the weather and the traffic, and we'll find every little excuse possible to complain about and use as an excuse for not getting to where it is that we want to be, when really we are the X factor of our own lives, because we are the only factor that could transmit a signal, that could broadcast a vibrational frequency. And that's what it all comes down to. We are the X factor. We are the only reason why we don't have what it is that we want. And that's very good to know, because now that we know we are the X factor, and we know that we're the sole purpose for why it is we don't have what we do want, we also know that the things that we do have are 100% because of us and nobody else. And no one could take that satisfaction away from you, because you were the one who deserves it, and you were the one who broadcasted the frequency at some point in time in order to attain that in your life. So it's good to know that you have creative control over what happens next, because now you know, and now I know, and now we all know so much more clearly that instead of giving attention to what is unwanted, we're going to identify what is unwanted. And knowing that helps us more clearly know what we do want. And now we're going to move in the direction and give attention and activate a vibration of what is wanted.